Hey guys, how are you? It's the Crypto Sniper. Yes, indeed, I am going to be watching you on this amazing stream, and we're going to be talking about XRP, XRP. Yes, we're going to talk about that one for sure, and the judge's ruling. In fact, I'll get their article ready up to refer to in a second when we return to the screens. But we are coming at you on this Thursday, and it is the Crypto Sniper who's told you repeatedly in the last Crypto Snipers 4 videos. 4 Crypto Sniper videos in a row, you've got to get into XRP. And I've never been a fan pushing XRP before. I said this one's coming, it's coming. It's going to be your leader. It's going to be your lead runner. There's only one other that we've said that will go even beyond. But the first one to get into was XRP because it's going to have a mover first. And then it'll be overtaken by our mystery token that you can still find out and click the link below. Book a call. First link in the description. But thank you for coming on. What a great day. What a great day. Man, trading with HVF method is the unfair advantage. It's an absolute unfair advantage. ADA, douche, smash up. XRP, douche, smash up. Dollar down. USD Norwegian kroner, crash. USD Swiss franc, crash. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. P&L spinning. Like this. You too could be building wealth. You too can be making money in reset times. You can all do it. You need to be part of our amazing community. Yes, I've got it here on our beautiful thing. You leave your comments. I want to see your likes and your comments in here. We are trying to bring you alpha, by the way. We are trying to bring you alpha to help you build wealth in reset times. If you appreciate it, listen, this isn't even a monetized channel. I'm getting paid nothing, and I don't care. I'm still trying to help people because it's cool. Guess what? You can help good people win, and they can be supporters of your channel. So share it now to other crypto friends in a group. One group, one share for giving you XRP. If you made money today because of following something we said on XRP in any of the last multitude of Crypto Sniper videos where we have been highlighting XRP is going to be the mover, you will be paying us back, and we appreciate that. Gratitude is gratefully received in the form of shares and likes. So what happened? Let's go straight to the news. What happened? We'll pivot to the screens. Ripple wins case against SEC as judge rules on XRP being a security. Ripple Labs scored a victory in the United States District Court in the Southern New York District today. That's right. According to documents filed, Judge Torres has granted summary judgment in favor of Ripple Labs with regards to Ripple token is not a security. The judge ruled that XRP token is not necessarily a security on its face, except when it was sold to raise funds from institutions. So if you were selling it in funds to institutions, blah, 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 boring if you did that. Okay, so generally, this is very good for all of crypto. In fact, in the very video before this one on this, we actually spent ages telling you about FX and why the dollar's going down. At some point, it's going to flip into a major tailwind for crypto, and that crypto is actually delaying. We pointed out that gold had started to turn and that silver would soon follow. Gold-silver ratio reversing. Guess what? The alt would run. We said BTT dominance would come off because the SEC and this alt run is going to be like silver dominating on the gold-silver ratio. It's going to be more about the alts. So dominance down, we said, and XRP is where you want to be in. And now today, 70% move. Let's go to the crypto market cap and get a refresh. Did I say 70? I'm such a liar. Well, 7-day performance is a 75%. 75%. Who would have loved to have 75%? You know how much you would have made if you just had $1 million on leverage, Ripple, and you've just took 75%? You would have made a beautiful weekend, I tell you what, for yourself. A beautiful year, a beautiful month, and it's easy. And you can be an investment. We talk about investment. Build that nice base of investment, and then off of that, add a tiny bit of moderate leverage at the key moments. That was a key moment. Squeezy, squeezy, Japanesey. And we also said it's a call. Lumen and XRP are one of a similar type grouping. And we said, take XRP, You don't try be in everything. It will be the outperformer. It's a little bit more advanced in the longer run, but they will both do exceedingly well. Had you chosen 50-50 and chosen a bit of Lumen, you also would have done just fine on the Lumen, but the XRP dominated. It would have been better to be 100% in the XRP. And we maintain that view, although in time, eventually, as it lags, you might get an overshoot run later on XLM. But now XRP is your play in terms of the status, central bank, digital token, railways. But some will choose Lumen, and it is going to happen. So if you are portfolio investing and you want a little bit of everything, you don't want to be too exposed to the ups and downs of one particular token, you could have had XLM. And we spoke about that. We gave that to you as your fallback option. Now, we also spoke in the last video about technical structure on the likes of ADA, which was going to see this whole security thing unwind. So we gave you an upside HVF on ADA as well, which we'll pass. But let's go to the XRP. So we're on a weekly time frame. Remember, friends, this is the first little move that's going to make you a very happy boy. By the way, this risk-reward ratio, 683. Have you ever been on a YouTube? Have you ever? 683 risk-reward. If that token goes all the way to where we've told you, $16.75, $16.75. You heard that right. $16.75. I don't think that dollar's the same dollar that it was way back when. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? We'll come to the dollar puke in a moment. By the way, all this called on our friend channel, Market Sniper, with the FX sides and with the 360-degree analysis, looking in all directions, making sure we are watching. Yes, you guessed it. We see things the others see before they happen. We've been calling XRP, calling XRP, calling XRP consistently, and this is the move. And it wasn't based on I didn't even know that there was actually a ruling happening. I was sleeping through this. It's the technicals that get you into place. You will know some things are scheduled, that will be fundamental. Some things just stumble out the closet at any time. If you're a technical trader, you will be there. So that $16.75 with that stop loss on this tiny little fractal, it looks tiny from up top there, that tiny little fractal is going to be your break and entry into a far bigger one that is giving you a risk reward of 683. Do you think I'm closing my XRP position? No, sir. Has it sung a little bit for us and our community members? It's not about me. It's about the guys in the community multiplied, my flock of beautiful people that are making money. Some of them will be in the comments here today. Shout out and say, I made money on XRP. I am smiling. That would be great. And of course, we will be turning also to Litecoin, and we'll have a little look in there. But let's drill down on the star of the month, week and day. That was our primary call and said, this is your dominator, big one. The beginning of a journey of a third high. Go and look at those YouTube. So many people are after timers. We said we need a third high that will run $1.10 before it eases a wee bit. That is going to set you up, yes, for life, potentially, if you know how to play it right. That's right. The big goal, you right there. Who called this bull market? Who put you in Bitcoin first at 19.9 and 24.5 and then said you need to start accumulating XRP? This is a bull market. There's guys out there still saying it's not a bull market. Bitcoin hasn't held properly long enough above 30K, etc. Hello, look at that dollar, friend. It doesn't have to go up with everything else falling down the way it is at the moment. That's right. So this is a bull market. The alts are coming. We need a third high out of this guy. It could still go higher. Why do we think it's still going higher? That's not a reason for you to ape in. Well, I'm going to drop the time frame from the weekly, take you into the daily and show you the structure a little bit more. So we start always on the macro and we bring you in. This was such beautiful squeezing, Japanesey. Oh, so beautiful. Across the top, went absolutely dead silent, and then whoosh, there she comes now. If I'd known about the decision, actually, I would have been even more bullish, but I don't think that would have changed too much. So you could have got in, and we were accumulating 47s. I've said everything below 50 is an absolute buy, steal, bargain, take, accumulate. You've run a bunch of these HVF targets, but there is another pattern that still has to play out to a target. How much further? And we have the 107, which implies probably for us a 110 run. Where did that come from, you might ask? Where did he get that 110 from? Everything is justified by patterns for us. It always has and always will. We don't suck numbers out of our thumb or our backside or any other part of our anatomy for that matter. That is a big gluteus maximus, nice rounded glute there, up to there. There is your neckline. Where's the neckline? 55 cents. Oh, by the way, did you see that little squeezy to try get you properly above the 55 cents? How many times have we spoken about iceberging, our special term for those little moments that are just a bit above the 55 cents mark? All in the name of, you guessed it, we've just had a big spurt and that dollar is calling, and I think it's going to get done. You ran the HVF target, so you cool down a little bit for now, but in due course I can see the dollar falling, and I think the 107 falls. You're going to end up somewhere through the dollar, $10, $13, 15, I think, before you might start slowing down, chopping and chundering a bit. Why? Well, you've got this W bottom target to make, which also had this nice little squeeze to wind itself up. Why do you do that? Because you need real momentum to cover big levels and big numbers. And getting above the 50 permanently has proven a problem. The 50 cents you traded a bit above, but mostly below. So the 50 cents was the last waterline mark where you could barely iceberg very much below it, and you were 90% below the waterline, 90% below the waterline. Now we are smashing to new waterline levels, and that waterline level is going to be 100. We're going to first get a good jab above it to create a little iceberging with polar bears. The polar bears need places to walk, apparently. There's not enough ice anymore. Only that doesn't seem true. Ice, ice, baby, you're talking to him right here on the crypto channel. Smash the like button. Hit that first link in the description to book a call for finding out before YouTube gets it, before Twitter gets it, well before, with regular updates every single day, charts, voice messages, recorded video content, our community. We spoke and chatted. A lot of guys did very, very well before this live stream with our regular webinars that are occurring with our trade leaders and with myself. Plus the end of months, the live trading days, the Sunday sessions. This is everything we do. Plus apps on your phone with notifications, setups, you name it, it's all in there, it's all in the mix. And if you haven't booked a call and had a look, it costs absolutely nothing. Just be courteous enough to show up or to notify if you can't make it. So that is where we are right now on XRP. How far do we go? Let's just take a bigger picture view one more time. We feel, get it in context. I think you're going to start approaching, as part of this move, localized high levels round here. So I think in this process of the target run, at that point, I think it starts to get a little bit slower, a little bit of pullback, progress, decay, downside, bit of time elapsing, a little bit of pushback maybe against the extreme exuberance, etc., etc. You are looking at your railways for your central bank digital token. They're already testing it. You're going to find out the news last as usual. The technicals is the money before the money. You could get in before even the politicians, before Hunter Biden gets in and all the other little crackheads that are in the insider circle. That's right. You could get there sooner by following the money. So that's been pretty good. XLM did well as well. I want to just highlight dominance. We also showed you as part of making our case that the dominance was going to come. We felt it was getting a bid here. You saw these wicks on those two candles. I did an update. I'm remembering the video. It wasn't on YouTube. Talking to the inside community. This guy, this is bottoming. This is bottoming. This is bottoming. It seems any time. I already had the red line in there. I haven't changed this draw. I assumed that was the bottom. I was ready to drag it low if it went lower, but I didn't think. Bang! There's your dominance gone. Straight from 2%, just above 2%, to 3.5%. That means crypto going up, the pizza pie is growing bigger, and that slice of an already growing pizza pie has just gone up 150%. Can you see how by being invested in the right things with very light, moderate leverage at key moments, not all the time, it costs a bundle, by the way. I was watching them eat my cost of funding out of a chunk of Bitcoin and watching it ticking down, holding that position. But guess what? All your Sundays come true in one big moment, and then you surge ahead. Who likes a good surge ahead in the financial markets? An erectile projectile. Whoa, yes, indeed. That's what it looks like. And that is the dominance. By the way, we've warned you, the dominance, 6.64. This chart hasn't been touched by me. Not today, not yesterday. Everything I draw, I leave it on. Everything I YouTube, I leave it on. Everything I retweet, we tend to leave it on until we think, oh, we're going to get in trouble. I put a target on my back because I've criticized the nations that must not be criticized, and occasionally we delete those. So that's what happens. It's all still there. This is the chart. 6.64% in dominance. Woohoo! Woohoo! Well, you're at 3.5 now. Guess what? 6.64 is another 3% again on another already growing pie. What do you think about that? Are you selling yet? No, I hope not. By the way, on top of that, don't forget, all the way to $16.75. And then there's our super shooter. Yes, click that first link below. In actual fact, it's closer to 70. It's probably going to do over 70 in our opinion. So if you want to find out what that one is, tipple on down to that link, very first one in the description. Click it and book a call. Hey, how are we doing? Just look how we're doing. Do we say it before, or are we all these part of these after times? That'll now throw out a massive number for Ripple. It's going to $50. It's going to $100. They'll all come out after the judges. They're all heroes. They're all doing the max Kaiser. Bitcoin 100,000 by the end of the year, 250,000, 1 million, whatever the big number to sound like the biggest bull, the biggest boss. Real geometry, real method at perfectly timed moments to capture you super tight risk and expansive rewards. Do you get that? Does it make sense? I think it makes sense to me. Does it make sense to you? Have a look how XRP's performed since Bitcoin. You'll see you will have caught a major swing in dominance. That's happening on quite a big time frame. What of our Bitcoin friend? Well, he is benefiting and buoyed by this event, but not nearly quite the same way as the key tokens, which is done what to dominance? Well, as we said in the last video, it's likely that dominance will reduce. Oh dear, we're going to go slow on TradingView again. So this is what happens. You will get a Bitcoin dominance slight easing as we now go. So let's reload that again. Computer says no. Computer says no. I say yes. Yes, yes, and beyond. Bitcoin dominance, there it is on the daily. Let's put it on the daily. You can see it, a little bit of a turn down after going up to the 51. A lot of tokens now running, but Ethereum, not so much, because it was never under the same pressure. So there's been built up pressure, particularly on XRP, that is starting to get uncanned. It's starting to get uncanned. The capping of its previous bull market that only allowed it to 190s is actually going to be in its benefit in the longer run. It's going to have that catch-up surge that will come with it. Okay, so overall, Bitcoin is up slightly, but not as much as the general alt market is. So that will have pushed, for example, total 3 beautifully up, which very much looks like the ADA chart that we gave you, which we showed you. In the last video, we said this is not replacing Ripple. This is a much smaller time frame trade. But for those of you that are ADA fans, I've got some good news for you. It's going to be coming around the corner a little bit soon. And we gave you the ADA setup. And that was in the last video. The last video. Let's go to the 4-hourly. There you go. How about that for a box of chocolates? Do you see how 360-degree analysis helps you win the game? And at the same time, the last crypto video we gave you, geez, about 15-20 minutes of FX. We must have driven the crypto kiddies mad. The dollar's going down. That was the key message. The dollar is going down, down, down. And what did we teach you a long time ago that nobody else teaches you? Gold is the key. Anti-fiat, it started to turn in the last 2 days. Initially, the dollar went down. It didn't move much like crypto. Then the big boss, the big lion moved. Boom, and then the silver started to move even more so, gold-silver ratio down. Here comes crypto. Top dog of the anti-fiat in the crypto submission is, in fact, the alts turning because they had the SEC news. So in this case, Bitcoin went a little bit up, but it was mainly about XRP. And that lifted a cloud over crypto generally. So there was a bit of bleed into Bitcoin. But look at that. Look at that erectile projectile. That's on a 4-hour. That's pretty sexy too. I mean, it's not the grand macro. We haven't been telling you what you wanted to hear in ADA, but then we came and said, your moment will be coming. You didn't handle the news of the SEC particularly well. You fell really hard. You hadn't claimed it back. You are going to play catch up, we said. You are going to play catch up with the events that are coming. What did you get? Boom. You see how you can get the growth in the stronger ones first, and then when the catch up moments, you can have a little bit in that too. I am up on ADA. Up on Litecoin, we've got to show you Litecoin as well. Hugely up on XRP, PP. I am up on dollar shorts against currencies. We are winning. We are winning. Do you want to win too? First link below. What are the comments? I'm watching and I'm going to read your comments. I'm going to take a breath. I'm going to read. I'll have a sip of water so that I can regather my thoughts. What say the masses? China, Russia, gold-backed currency, says one. A good point. The attack on the dollar. We will show you the Dixie as the next chart and then we'll move on to the others. Absolute spiller, says somebody on the dollar. That is sweeping LH. Cryptocurrency, new dude. ADA most definitely a security and the platform is barely functional. He doesn't like ADA. Doesn't matter. ADA's gone up. ADA's gone up. We trade the HVFs. We don't trade likes or opinions or possible narrative-based outcomes. We trade the technicals. We trade the technicals. The chart don't lie. The people lie. The chart don't lie. What the money does in terms of its footprints in the sand is never a lie. Everything else could be deception. It's opinion. It could be anything. We don't know. And that's why we stay out of it. We focus on the money. The insider, dodgy money is the money that will move these markets. What is the mystery coin? Good question. By the way, you still have to execute when you get the name. If I give you a name and I go, it's Kodak, what are you going to do with it? You could go buy now, you could buy later. When do you sell? How do you money manage? How do you put a bit of leverage on it? How do you just going to invest and hodl and do a round tripper? It could happen. I don't think so, but it could happen. It could come some way down. When do you take off? There's more to making it, but it will definitely do very, very well in our opinion on balance of probabilities. I made money, but don't plan on closing the trade anytime soon. Trade to $1 million if everything goes well. I think many people are going to do rather well out of XRP. I think many people do rather well out of XRP, and they'll probably do 2 times, maybe 2.5 times more on our mystery token. Click the link below to find out. I think that's about it. But those two will serve you exceedingly well, even if you're just an XRP and you execute as per HVF method. But let me tell you, people who've invested to learn HVF method are in a community doing HVF method, talking about HVF method, trusting in HVF method. Remember the cherry on ADA example? You saw how it came back down. You got the macro breakout, you got the target, you got a wind up, you got the target. A dude took all those targets in our community. He took all those targets and closed the position. It then came right the way back down. You've got to know when to sell. You all made money buying, but you haven't known when to sell. Right there is the golden rule. You haven't known when to sell. I said it to the Hexicans, and I'm a fan of the community and Pulse Chain and woo, all that good stuff. But you've gone up to 51 cents and you've gone right the way back down to around 2.5. I don't know what it is today. On PX, maybe call it 3 cents and 0.8 or 1 cent on the other one. You've done a round tripper. You've done a round tripper. You've got to know when to get out. And if you're locking it up for 5,550 days, you don't get out. It's a great way to take away selling pressure, and it's very good for an owner of a token. You've got to know when to take out. So what other questions do you have for me? The dollar index, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's show you how that gold's turned first. You see it there, 1960. We actually shared this on the Market Sniper. It's more a Market Sniper topic. At that point, crypto was not moving. 1929, what a year. You started to get the break for the upside out of gold. Then, boom, on gold-silver ratio. Yes, inside of crypto, We warned this is going to spill back down. When it gets back down to this red line, it's going to be a great moment. It is now down at the red line. Precious metal bulls. Guess what? As crypto people, you want precious metal bull guys on your team. You don't want to be antagonizing them. Not for me, this Peter Schiff versus whatever. Everything anti-dollar is your friend. This doing well, which means gold-silver ratio going down and silver spiking up, is very good for crypto because it is showing the same things. That's right. This is your dollar index. Let's show them the dollar index. So this is everything else that's going on in the world. This is the death of a legacy system rolling into. Have you ever seen a spiller like that in FX? Let me just tell you, that is absolutely pig ugly. That is not a puke. It's a projectile vomit. That is a to the downside. Let me just say, that is a massive to the downside. All this talk about tightening rates. Whoops, we're not tightening rates anymore. All this talk about super strong labor market. Whoop, non-farm payroll number in. Not such a strong labor market. Whoop, all this talk about inflation, undershoot on the inflation. Of course it's a lie, inflation. And of course it's got basing effects. Everything else we covered in the Market Sniper video, go to the other channel. Don't forget to subscribe. You can get the 360-degree analysis on the traditional markets that are often driving the crypto markets right there. Although every now and then I drag a few bits in here as you're seeing right now. But all this is real wind in the sails of crypto. Where's all those crypto bears? Crypto bear market, still not a bull market. I don't know. They're missing out. It sure feels like they're missing out. I'm glad to be on my side of the fence for now. Hey, we could still be wrong. Maybe Bitcoin smash back down lower than 19K. That's our invalidation of the bull market. It doesn't feel like it from here on a dollar in an environment where the dollar is doing that. There was your squeezy Japanesey, courtesy of inverted HVF. Yes, courtesy of the inverted HVF principles. That's right. Here, right there. And there's a beautiful little rising wedge with a basing ascending grind line. Smash it. Live trading day. Why do we do live trading day on non-farm payrolls with a crypto session in it? Because markets take key pivots as driven by macro fundamentals, guys. That's what we hear. You've got a weekend coming up. If you are not seeing the value you could have had, you are going to continue to miss out if you do not click that link below and book a call. We have slots available for new members to come and become part of an amazing community designed to build wealth in reset times. This is going to be the bull market you have to max out. The reasons to book that call on this weekend when you're free is A, to not miss out on any major pumps. There's certain coins that are down, that are flat at the moment. To be in the best coins at the best key moments. And there will be pivots. It's not just as simple as, okay, I'll just stay in XRP. You've got to know when to sell. You've got to adhere. You're not going to adhere. You're going to be filled with greed when it's at $16. You're going to have guys telling it's going to $157. You're going to have guys saying all sorts of things. You're not going to sell. You need to be in an accountability group and community. You need to see the technicals. You need to take off at the key moments. This is the reasons why you need to be in this group. It's for the things you're missing by not being there, the money it's costing you. The small investment should be recouped double, triple, quadruple, 100x times during one of the most seminal times. The biggest return for being in a community like ours with HVF Method is just before a major crypto bull market that you're at the seedling stage of right now. You're literally jumping on the bus just before it's leaving. You're going to get the best value quite early. You've got learning to do, you've got a community to join, and you're going to see us analyze the markets in the real time, in screen, face, just like I'm streaming to you today, but only for premium. Premium gets everything first, well first, and that is the care, that they cared to invest to get better. And I love them, and they're growing, and they're getting better, and you will learn, and you can become part of that. These are the reasons. You could multiply your way to wealth, or you can add your way and give a whole bunch back at the turn. It's up to you. But let me say, you will come out better off in general, in my opinion, for being in the community. That's it. That's a sales pitch. I admit it. But it's a sales pitch, not for the reason of sales. It's a point of fact, like everything else that I've said to you, that we see as a likely point of fact that has materialized. The crash in the dollar. It's going for 97. Wait and see if it trades below 98 on the Dixie. You will see. That is your inverted HVF. Go and see if we got through the 70s in this first move on upside HVFs on XRP. It has happened. Go and see if the ADA small time frame one made its target. It's already happened. We even were analyzing XRP against other tokens that had structures and setups. We know when it will be done for this RH3 up leg before it rests. We'll be monitoring all of this and more. That's what you get right here on the Market Sniper, the Crypto Sniper channel. Anyway, let's see some more questions. It's Arrow from India. Nice to see Arrow from India. Yes, come on, you Indians. Come on, your rupees. Bring your rupees. We'll trade them in for XRP for you. And you will win, and your gold is going up. I am saving up money for the community. Good for you, friend. Take your time, keep going. Real opportunities coming now. Coinbase relisting XRP. Coinbase is going to reverse roll. You see, XRP dudes. By the way, we actually have people that have some degree of association. They are partying in New York at the head office at XRP. They are partying right now. This is a major victory for them. They are partying right now. Litecoin. I said Litecoin and I haven't done it. Let's go do Litecoin. So Litecoin, we have a view. $140 still to come. Let's go and find it. So the final token that we will run you to, Litecoin, and most of our guys that want to be in are already in. And of course, it had a pullback. Many of you will have noticed it had a pullback. That's not allowed, you might say. Actually, it is. Big structural pullback, and it came and kissed our funnel. And actually, we were talking last night about the inverted head and shoulders that happened here. That was pointing to a reversal as well. And I added some additional Litecoin. So I am long on leverage. XRP, I am long on Litecoin on XRP because I am anticipating a run. Now, this particular Binance one, for whatever reason, is not quite accurate. It should be 141, the target, and there you go. So let me just correct that chart, lifetime, real-time error correction. And that will take you to, you guessed it, through that 140. There was a key level before. Boom. So that's what I'm anticipating. $140 is Litecoin. Now, BCH hasn't responded and we don't like it near as much. It had a much bigger initial pump, but actually we think bias Litecoin for this part. The BCH structure, much more sketchy and hasn't had the revival that Litecoin has had. Where did that inverted head and shoulders come in? Right here, right here. There you go. There's your neckline. This was drawn and shared before it broke. Right shoulder in, turn around. In fact, you kissed target already. There you go. I'm seeing this for the first time. It's been a hell of a morning, man. I had media, everything. Oh, well, we're all busy. Doesn't matter the details. But I'm just catching up with some of these things right now. We've got to do a stream. We've got to do a stream. Let's have a look. Oh, although we haven't looked at this chart even yet. Everything happened. I went to bed last night. 3:30. 3:30 in the morning. Can you believe it? I don't even get jet lag when I fly to the other side of the world. I'm just like, oh, it's like getting up at the normal time and then going to bed. Oh dear, that's sometimes the weirdness of it all. And of course, we got the Springboks playing the All Blacks coming this weekend. Anyway, some of you won't have any clue I'm talking about. Let's have a look at some of the other comments. Any further comments? Waves. Yogi waves. I wave back. How are you doing, Yogi? I think I know what he means. But yeah, I'm not so sure about waves, the token, whether there's anything too interesting. We know about Aave. Someone was asking about Aave. Waves, don't know, don't watch. We stay, guys, remember, in the big. What's there to like about that? Major shoot off and blow. You've missed everything today. Last few days, you've missed everything. And you wouldn't have known when to sell on that super spike. I don't like it. I don't like it. But everything will go up. But there's much better things with clear targets. I don't like that. That's messy. And it's small. It kind of had a spike. I don't know if that's Binance shit. It's not a reliable chart. Maybe in time it will set up as well a little bit of that. Maybe in time it can do that. And then you'll have 1 and 2. But I don't know what to make of this. Did it actually trade there? Or is that its high? It's kind of... It's got a lot more to do. We're putting in ones that are already somewhere here and are starting the journey to make their third high. Why do you want to go back? and wait longer while other things are running? Do you want to go back? There's a firing order. There's things that are going to kick off sooner. We can come back for this one when the others have run. But let me tell you, the first runners are the best runners, are the longest runners, are the strongest runners, are the overperformance runners. The later runners sometimes make targets, and near the very end, the real stragglers often don't even make targets. End of bull market, they start too late, they don't have enough time, it's a shorter window, they pop and fizzle, and they never were that strong. So remember that. The market is a selection. It is a selection committee. In the same way they're selecting their rugby players for the great match on the Saturday, they're also selecting their best players and the best tokens. The market selects the best tokens. So the ones that are more advanced and closer ready to pop will run harder. This can still, but is not at the front of the queue. What else? Rounded bottoms are good, Mr. Oloyo. JP Stanley. Very bullish on Solana. Solana actually had a good spell, so we'll pop to Solana. It's not a small cap. It's got, it's in the top 10. So let's show Solana. Oh, by the way, nice little kind of structure there. A little bit imperfect. Which is why we preferred the ADA one there in there, but it's been grinding higher, you can see it. And then this squared it up. The community members know what I mean by that, and gave it a pop. So it's done quite nicely, and that's why one of the reasons why it's in one of the top climbers. XRP, what percentage partial take profit at third touch before reinvesting at lower point? Well, we don't know how far it comes down. It could be a bit like we got first cup gold nugget Bitcoin. You might have very minor pullback and it might run. Things might get disorderly fast. You could have the dollar truly in deep trouble, and it could get disorderly fast. In which case, you don't want to get out. So it's a bit dangerous. I would reduce and I would watch the price behavior. Typically, I prefer it if it actually takes more time and has a little bit of a down leg coming back. So Tom, main car, yes, that would be amazing, he says. Wayne Powell, Quant. So I've looked at Quant, I've looked at a lot of the heavy status ones. None of them are doing too much spectacular before today, and they weren't set up that particularly well. We did have the status coins. None of them are that outside of the XRP, XLM ones. I doubt any of them have outshone XRP. Well, clearly they haven't, because XRP is the winner, and we gave you that winner. So if you have a look at Quant, it's done a reasonable turn now. It's doing a reasonable turn now, but it's in percentage terms, it'll be some way back. This whole charting structure is just a bit of a dog's breakfast there. You've got a falling wedge that I think is eventually going to show some gumption to come out of, but it's not going to be the first. It may do amazing things once it gets going. So you have a falling wedge, and this also points to breakouts to the upside. All these breakouts to the upside, and there's still people. Has Gareth Soloway flipped bullish yet, Bitcoin, or is he still, no, it hasn't held above? I don't know. I haven't seen any of his stuff for a while. Falling wedges point to upside breaks in this situation. There's been real bid come in there, and then again there, and there. So, and now it's coming up a little bit higher with this news. And of course, you could get a very ugly structure. Let's change color like that, of a mini wind up to get you through. You've already got, some form of stuff going on there. So it's coming. Everything's going to go up. Everybody's going to be shouting out names. This one's gone up. That one's gone up. It's not going to be, you're not going to be a hero for finding something going up. Everything's going to go up. The question is, who goes up more, faster, for longer, sooner? Who starts early? And those will go longer, harder, sooner. And then the second tier firing order, third, fourth, and then the fifth you've got to avoid, because they will, if they've gone up moderately and not really responded near as much, and they've lagged, any targets they set they might not make. So you've got to stay in the front of the best pack. You've got to, it's like a tracker. It keeps selling the equities that are going down and buying more of the ones that are going up higher. It's self-selecting. You need to be that guy. That's why trackers overperform many managed funds, because people don't sell things going down. They sell the ones making profit to cross-subsidize the ones going down, because eventually that one coming down is going to go right. No, price is your indicator. The best indicator is price. Let me tell you that. The best indicator, shock news for you, the best indicator is price. Hence why we look at price charts. It's kind of simple, really, you know. Really? It's kind of simple. Yeah. Any other questions? Any other questions? What do we see? Has he shown XLM yet? XLM. I think we did, but we'll do it again and then we'll sign off maybe, unless we get a final cue of note. XLM. So there we go. XLM, big pump. By the way, on XLM we had a target. This was a W bottom. Again, this is the value of patterns. How far will it go? And this is the value of targets too. Come on. Even here in this market environment, even though long run it's going to go up, if you want leverage, you need to take targets. There's your W bottom. There's your tiny little right shoulder. You had a bit of a left shoulder here. There's your neckline. We'd drawn this long ago. I didn't draw this just before the stream. I'm too busy. We've been looking at this for ages. What did we say? Sell here. Sell here. 18.5. Where are you now? 15.8. You're already down. You would have made it. You would have made it if you traded it. You would have made it, and you would have got out, and you would have watched it got cheaper. You would have turned that profit in. Once it's done coming back a little bit and calming down, and you've done something like this, you'll buy more of it lower down. You'll turn it into a bigger capital base. You'll move that into your collateral, and you'll moderately sized trade the next real opportunity with a pattern, because you're in the HVF community. You recognize that there's something to this pattern business. There's something to these key levels of significance business. MACDs and moving averages and RSIs actually haven't made you money. They look very good afterwards in retrospect. They're very late. In actual fact, they're lagging. I am your leading indicator. HVF method is your leading indicator. Price and patterns are the key indicators that you need. Everything else distracts you from real structure. Okay, how about DOT, Francis? Any good news on the horizon? So I am expecting, given that things have improved, that DOT's gone up. It's just not the lead performer. If you've been sitting in DOT, you've left a 75% in Ripple behind for whatever DOT did. And that matters. Over time, it matters. So that's DOT. I mean, that's garbage. Sorry, you've just looked at it, but that's garbage. That's garbage. You're on the daily time frame. How do I make that look big? You're not going to be upset that it's gone up a little bit, but for now, it's garbage. You were in XRP and you did what? Go and check. Here it is. There are your facts. 7 days. Where is DOT? How much is DOT up? Someone tell me how far down I have to go for DOT. It still hasn't shown up. In the top 80, you got Uniswap, 25. I mean, it's still, where's DOT? What's it done? I'm going to search for it now because you've got me on a mission. DOT. Now, there could come a time that changes. 76%. How much has it done? 7%. 76% or 7%? The whole market is up today. 7% in the single day. The other one's done 76% in a single day. Go back. It's just not in the game. It's not in the game. It's not bad because everything's up, but it's not in the game. You can see where it is. Where's 7% start? 8. You're down here. You're down somewhere there. There's Polkadot, 7.8%. It's just not even the same. The other one's done 10x what it's done, 10 times. Do you have any idea what the value of that positioning to be in the one that does 10 times more in this key period? So, yeah. Someone's screaming for the All Blacks. I think they're at home. They're going to be a real threat. I think there's, bookies have them to win it. So good luck to you if you're a Kiwi. Okay, that's it. Graph, please. Yeah, never mind the leverage, says Camillus. Okay, guys, this stream is now over. You know what was said. You've got the videos to go check what was done. The man who kept repeating XRP, XRP, for technical reasons, not for knowing the fundamentals I don't know what a judge is going to say any more than what you know. All I can say is the money tells me how best to guess and how to get a really tight risk and a super expansive reward. Guess what? You don't have to be right that often. You don't have to be right that often, and we often are. Why? Because patterns are reliable. They have a tendency to behave in a predictable way. And when it's all you do for 35, 40 years, you get kind of good at it. Even if you're stupid like me, you get kind of good at it. So if you want to join someone who's really good at doing one small thing that makes an awful lot of money, don't say, oh, but I've got to make an investment. It's an investment. You get a multiple of reward on return on that investment. Otherwise, it was a waste. Simple as that. You have 14 days. You can cancel if it's not for you. That's it. Okay, link is in the description first below. You're sitting here. You can get the news before the news with the rest of the snipers. Get better at your trading, and you can have a community of interaction where we update every single day, multiple times in multiple methods, with webinars, with everything about what we're watching and where the trades are. Okay, dollar keeps falling to 97. Tailwind is not over yet for crypto. The dollar has to go to 97. It doesn't have to. We could be wrong. It could not perform. It can slow down. It can take its time for the rest of it. It can not do it at all. But on the basis that I am assuming success until proven otherwise, we had a triggering pattern, which is very critical in a good structure. Dixie goes through the 98 and there's a 97 point something number. That's a lot more weakness still to happen for the dollar. We ain't over. It's spilling really hard. Normally I say careful, bit more to the downside, and that means more tailwind for crypto, and especially the ones that just got unleashed. Okay, we'll catch you again soon. Book the call. We'll catch you later. Have a great weekend. Enjoy everything that's coming at you. And thank you for the support. Subscribe and share the videos. Till next time, bye.